today.
Like for fun?
Lord of the Rings.
I wasn't supposed to watch it a couple minutes ago. No, today.
Lord of the Wings.
Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Wait,
Right next
what?
to Die Hard.
Die Hard, I watched that on Halloween. I'm not joking. It was so
Christmas
good.
movie.
It is. It was the first time I'd ever seen it. I watched it with my little sister's friends. They're all like 14-year-old boys. So it's just me, my sister, and a group of 14-year-old boys watching Die Hard. And the boys had Nerf guns and stuff, and they were going crazy. And they were also like had a lot of candy. So
Test.
So they were fucking wild.
Yeah, they were high on candy, and they were shooting at.
To be a 14-year-old.
Well, we got candy. Like I walked with them from house to house, and we walked through a graveyard, and there was like two girls who were walking with us, and they were like, "No, I'm scared. Can we go take the other way?" So me and Emily were just staying with them, so they weren't scared. The boys were just like, "Wee wee." And me and my sister are not scared of really anything because Emily is like me. She plays lots of video games and she just doesn't care. I care more than her. I probably get scared more easily than her. But
when I was in high school, I got banned from our local haunted house because they expect most people to have the flight response when it comes to being scared.
No, sweetheart.
I almost sucker punched one of them in the jaw, and they asked me to never come back, and I said that's fine. That's very fine with me.
That's funny.
We made a haunted house within my school, and it was run by the theater department. So it was a pitch black box.
Boy.
Oh yeah, it was intense. And I went through. I plugged my ears because it was too loud. Mm-hmm. But some guy screamed in my ear anyways, and I turned around and I like hit him with my elbow.
He deserves that.
Good.
Yeah, I did not walk back in there, but it was a very well done haunted house, lights and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I had warned all my friends too, like beforehand, like I really shouldn't go. It's always gonna turn out bad. Like and surprisingly, after that event, they never asked me to go to another haunted house with them.
Wow, that's so wonderful. I hate being scared.
Same.
I don't like it.
Same. If I can't physically punch the thing that I'm scared of, it's the worst.
I don't think that's as bad as freezing, because my normal response to fear is actually to freeze, which makes no sense to me or anyone around me.
Well, it is one of the 3 responses you can have.
Well, I understand, but I don't think I do it in appropriate situations, because at my church, people used to run up behind me to scare me, and they'd like grab my shoulders and go boo, and I just freeze and fall to the floor, like I'm dead, and they're like, Amanda, that is so freaking pathetic. I'm never doing that to you again. You just make me feel bad. I'm like,
sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, I don't know.
You shamed people for scaring you. I feel like you're the real winner here.
I don't know.
Did everyone have a good Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
My Christmas is the same as every Christmas. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. It was just like a blah day. Time froze.
It's like every other day for me.
You didn't do anything?
Yeah, did people tell you Happy Christmas, though?
Oh, yeah. Well, not me directly, but like in general.
Merry Christmas, Ray.
Thanks.
I should send you something, Ray. What do you like?
I don't know. That's probably why nobody ever gets me anything, because I never asked for anything.
My best friend got proposed to yesterday. Yeah. And I found out through my ex, because she posted it on Snapchat, and my ex goes, "Is she joking?" And I'm like, "What?" So I immediately called her, and then of course I told my parents. We jump around the house. She is 20 and her boyfriend is 19, so they're very young.
They're still babies.
Yeah. It says Pumpkin is playing Hearthstone.
How dare he?
He's in Do Not Disturb mode as usual. I'm gonna check and see if I have his number.
His number?
I have his number. I have every other technician's number.
You don't have my number.
Wait, I don't?
I doubt it. Unless you got it from someone else.
I probably did. I think I have your number.
Yeah, I don't have Pump's
I'm
number.
calling. Hey, we're waiting for you.
That are online friends.
I just need to hard stop by 6-ish.
She said she was actually joining.
Because we have a few family coming over
Bye.
That's fine.
in the city.
Yeah, we also, Kat and I are planning on watching Lord of the Rings Return of the King at 6, so we also need to be stopped by then. So,
perfect! Yeah. I'm glad this works out.
But I can go up until like maybe 5:30 or so to.
That works.
Hi.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Pumpkin?
Not really morning, but morning.
Good
morning. It's morning
Guten
somewhere.
afternoon.
Guten Abend would be that.
Abend, no.
It's still morning for 2 more minutes in Shroomi's time. Then it becomes noon, and he can no longer call it morning. So, I guess we're all
I don't know, some people still do, so...
Can you give me a moment? I need to go use the restroom.
Sure.
How dare!
All of the moments.
Get my dice out.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that too. I need to be a good dungeon master.
There we go.
So, after our last session, where I was thrown several curveballs, I've prepared as much as I possibly can in like a variety of different ways, but I still have no idea what's going to happen, and I don't feel prepared at all.
He read the dictionary.
Yes, I read every word.
There's a dictionary?
Not a D&D
the D&D
dictionary.
dictionary.
Just the real dictionary, like the actual real world dictionary.
Good, good.
Can't get out my D10.
Y'all think I'm joking. He really did.
How did she know this?
Yeah? You were there?
Yeah.
She's spying on me?
Apparently. Apparently.
You never cover up the cameras with tape, so the FBI just sends me the footage.
Do you work for the FBI,
yeah.
or you're just like a very hardcore stalker that's like pulling some favors? I'm scared.
Not just some favors, all the favors.
Yikes. How much footage do they send you? Because there are some things I would not want you to see, like when I'm changing clothes.
What do you mean? What are you doing in your room?
Changing clothes?
That's fair.
That's gross. Why would you change clothes in your room? I would never.
I bet you also shower naked.
How did you know?
No, he has
I
wet
don't even want to
socks.
think about that. I don't even want to think about that. Oh. Horrid.
He has wet socks.
In my bathroom. Wait, I have what kind of socks?
You have wet
Sometimes
socks.
he keeps his bed in his bathroom.
Okay, that's just normal.
Wet socks is not normal.
No, keeping your bed in your bathroom.
Bed in your bathroom.
Oh.
That's just normal.
Where's your bed right now? Is it on
We've
your
all been to those
left?
small flats.
It is on my left, yes.
It's on the floor. His bed is on the floor.
Floor.
Floor gang.
Floor bed.
Floor gang.
Good
Floor gang, rise up.
A floorgish board.
Why did that make me laugh? It doesn't even make sense.
It does make sense. Instead of mortgage board, it's a floorgish board.
I know. What
Yikes.
context is that? I think I'm still tired from I don't even know what.
Christmas.
I guess so. I was like falling
sense.
asleep during present exchanging. It was bad. I was like laying on the couch, just like half closing my eyes as my family were opening gifts.
Fair enough.
Anyway, you guys ready to start?
I mean, I'm ready. I'm in the middle of a game of Battlegrounds that I can't get out of because people don't want to die.
It's an online game, man. You can't pause.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true stuff.
Are you winning, son?
Yeah.
Nice.
You're his dad?
Apparently, I've adopted him now.
Well, no, the Dungeon Master is always the father of all.
Yes,
or Mama.
Oh, great Dungeon Master. Look on me.
You.
The untitled goose. Oh, by the way, I looked back at the footage from last session, and I was
Footage?
noticing that when Ray, I recorded it so I could look back and notice things and figure out what I need to remember. For example, George, his name, I would have forgotten that. Anyway, Ray introduced his character as being several thousand years old, and I was just like, oh, we discussed him being several hundred years old, but thousands works, I guess. Ray, was that intentional, or did you actually want to be? Because that would change a lot of, like, what your character would know.
I don't know. It's up to you, DM. You're the creator of the world. I don't want to.
I'd prefer 100. It would make a lot more sense and make me slightly less frightened.
All right, we're a couple hundred years old then.
Alrighty, sounds good.
This is like a really long tongue.
What?
What?
This is a fruit roll-up.
Oh, the fruit roll-up. Yes.
I don't like fruit roll-ups, but my parents got me a pack of 50, so I feel like I have to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
You can send it to me.
Merry Christmas!
I also got an insane amount of candy that I'm not really excited about, but they didn't know what else to get me because I didn't ask for anything.
I have a sucker that I want, actually.
That you water?
No, that I want.
One.
Oh, one. I heard water for some reason.
It's some blow pops.
Lollipop.
Yeah, let me just water my suckers.
Yes, it will grow.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I guess we can go ahead and give a recap of what happened last time, in case anyone...
Recap time! It's time for the recap!
I was there, but I still want to hear.
So, in our last session, we introduced the world, gave a brief description of where everyone was and what they were doing. King Ray was playing Mama Swizzle, who is a several hundred-year-old Kenku who was cursed to only be able to say their name like a Pokemon. They've been living in the woods for a couple hundred years, occasionally popping into town to do crazy things, and they woke up where, because there was some lumberjacks trying to chop down her forest. She warned them that they shouldn't go over to a certain spot in the woods, and Carmen arrived after having been traveling on a road, running out of leads, because she was going after someone from her kingdom who was kidnapped. She's been looking for them for a couple weeks now, but she finally ran out of leads, and now she's just on the road trying to pick up the scent. She introduced herself to Mama Swizzle, and they both went into town, where they went to the inn and bought a room for the night. Meanwhile, Ananias and Q Zeeth met after Ray was, or Q Zeeth was giving a talk for a bunch of
cripples.
Yes, we'll go with that. And Ananias was invited to a cult meeting tomorrow night. Then Ananias.
Morning? It was at night?
It was tomorrow.
Why would there be a cult meeting in the morning?
Coffees and cultists! Coffees and cultists!
It was tomorrow at dusk.
Okay, wait, I'm double checking this. Thank you.
I mean, I have the footage and the note.
I believe you! However, for some reason I thought it was morning, and I was like, wait.
It's fine. Anyway, Kat also made a deal with a mysterious entity that appeared in the form of a untitled goose, and then
the devil goose
transformed into a person.
The devils wear feathers.
Give her some magical powers, and then disappeared without a trace. We now basically catch up to all four of you guys. Ananias and Q Zeeth were arguing about like what just happened with the magical evil stuff. Behind the tavern, whereas
it was
Mama
you,
Swizzle
no, it wasn't
and
you.
Carmen were inside the inn, and everyone within this very small amount of space heard some screams and a big crash coming from outside. And that is where we pick up this session. Pumpkin, are you still busy?
Am I still busy? Yes, yeah. Unfortunately.
Since he's busy, I am going
I can
to
still
grab a
do
snack.
character stuff. Like, I barely, like, you don't need to pay that much attention for Hearthstone.
I agree, that's fine.
But Kat's left now, so we just go to a different scene. Just go.
There's no different scene. You're all in the same place.
Oh no! But we're outside. They're inside.
I mean, that's true. That is true.
Okay.
Quickly, let's
how
go.
about
I'll give
this?
it just a second though, because
Yeah, give it just a second. I'll say what I'm going to do, and then we can have Kat react once she comes back.
Sure.
But basically, hearing this commotion, I'm going to grab Kat's character and like run out with them to see what the commotion is.
Okay, so you're gonna like grab and kind of drag them out onto the street.
Grab and drag, the classic grab and drag. You know, men. You know the grab and drag.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and I'll have you guys roll a strength contest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, I don't know if she's going to fight for it or whatever. She probably will, but I mean,
I'm sure she probably will. She's like trying to be isolated in her little cardboard box behind the inn. She doesn't want to be bothered. Meanwhile, Ray and Light, what are you guys doing? You're in the tavern, surrounded by a bunch of people, and everyone hears this large crash, and they're just like, "Someone just died."
Upon hearing the noise, Carmen's gonna go investigate.
Alrighty.
I'm going to waddle behind Carmen.
Okay. I should have prepared slightly more to be able to share my screen, but I think we're good to go. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys real quick because I have a
it's horrifying.
Oh!
I've
Loading symbols.
What's the word? Visual, I guess, like a layout battle map kind of thing. It's not fully complete because I didn't have time to make a whole map for this place. Also, I'm bad at art, but I made part of a battle map so that we could actually, you know, move characters around and get a visual layout of where things are in relation to each other.
That's neat.
Whoa.
Ah, Ray, behind you!
There's a giant Ray behind you.
Oh no.
Alright, so as Carmen and Mama Swizzle walk out of the inn, you see off to your left is where the sound seems to have come from.
It's the courtyard.
Look off that way, and down the street there are people kind of running away in terror away from the market square. And in the market square there is a... where did I put it? I lost it. There it is. There it is. There's a large, horrifying creature, like, on the roof.
Cute.
It is quite large.
Yes. By the way, Kat, we'll come back to you for a second. I'll describe that in a moment. Slightly frazzled am I. I am Yoda. So, Pumpkin, upon hearing the noise, tried to grab you and, like, drag you out of the alley, Ananias. How are you going? Are you gonna like resist that? Not allow that to happen?
I mean, I guess I'll resist. Yeah, I'm kind of scared. I don't want to be dragged out of the alley. That's whack.
Okay, so I'll have you both roll a strength contest then.
She doesn't accept my classic.
Do you want to stand behind me so people can see you?
Grab and drag.
We're playing D&D. You roll for me, please, sweetheart. Roll for me.
Stop falling off the table.
Okay. What number is it?
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have it back?
17.
Boo.
What's going
Alright.
on here?
I closed out my character sheet accidentally, but plus something.
Pump is trying to drag me out of an alley.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's so nice.
She's evil.
Don't forget to add.
I'm not evil. You're a strawberry goose.
How dare you?
Don't forget to add your strength modifier, Kat. Did you roll the die?
Plus
Oh yeah. I didn't pull that up. Do you know what it is?
It's a +2. And Pumps is also
Okay,
a
so it
+2.
doesn't change.
So yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Amanda Cole.
So,
What?
Where's your nail polish remover?
I don't have any.
I thought you did.
So Pumpkin's roll was higher than yours, Kat. So unfortunately, you are dragged against your will along the alleyway. Qzeth just kind of forces you out of the alley onto the main street, right as Mama Swizzle and Carmen are walking out the front door of the inn. And all of you suddenly take a step back as you see basically the trunk of a tree slam by and break into splinters upon the cobblestone street in front of you, throwing with it a small flannel jacket, the shreds of it, and you get the impression that someone didn't listen to Mama Swizzle's warning in the forest.
Mama Swizzle looks at the tree, horrified.
Not the nature, I'm a druid! And as you all look off to your left, you see a horrifying... I keep clicking the wrong tab. I'm trying to click Chrome instead of Tabletop Simulator. You look off to your left and you see on the rooftop across the market square there's this large black figure.
On the rooftop,
It's
click,
about,
click.
It's about twice the size of a horse. And
That's big.
yeah, it's hard to get a true sense of what it is. It almost looks like there's a cloud of kind of mist surrounding it. That it's breathing from its skeletal jaw with like black rotting flesh dripping off of it. It's definitely the shape of kind of like a large bear type of creature, but it's got a long swishing tail. It looks definitely undead in some variety. It doesn't look like it's a fully fleshed out creature anymore, and it lets out a horrifying upon the upon the landscape.
Nice roar.
Large skeletal jaw. The people in the marketplace are all just like, ah, what is that? I'm going the other way, and they start kind of pouring out of the entrances to the north, south, east, and west, all just trying to get away from this creature. What would you guys like to do?
Well, seeing it first off, I just want to say to Kat's character, did you do this?
I pushed him towards it.
Have a good time, bye. Yeah, not really any rules are there unless you're like trying to get any distance or anything. Alright, Pumpkin, you're pushed towards the creature just a little bit. Friendly pat.
Shouldn't have said anything.
At this point, I've let go of her as well.
So people are pouring out of the streets trying to like clear the area, get out of the way. Some of the shopkeepers at these little wooden stands are like scooping up as many of their wares as they can, kind of putting them in safety and trying to like run off carrying bundles of tools or cabbages, whatever it is they have. One of them cowers behind the fountain in the center of the square, just like
Mama Swizzle's now leaning at the tree, petting it. Mama Swizzle! Mama Swizzle!
The tree makes no response, unsurprisingly.
Oh no! It's dead!
Oh no, the tree!
The life in the tree is slowly fading, you can feel Mama Swizzle. Meanwhile, the beast is kind of watching what's going on, and it breathes another noxious cloud of silvery white smoke that kind of billows down and gently floats across the surface of the square.
About how high is the smoke?
The smoke is currently only like inches off the ground. It's kind of like boiling up in little flurries that only extend about a foot off the ground.
Alright,
but as he breathes more smoke, it's slowly kind of filling up.
Carmen's gonna try to dart across the square in order to get closer to it. You preferably to the far side. So
I'm gonna be running in as well.
Yeah.
Ignoring
like all the way to here?
Cat's character.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as you can.
Yeah, as far as I physically can. I
mean, technically you can go anywhere you want to. If we're gonna start initiative here, then we could do measured distances.
I mean, she is going to fight this thing.
Alright, so, in that case, everybody roll initiative.
I'm running as well.
D20, right?
Yeah, D20 plus your dex modifier. That is not a good roll.
I got
For an old lady, she has quite a lot of dex. Wow.
That's nice. That'll stop you from
11 plus 4, 15.
Okay.
12.
Give me 1 second here. I will input these.
We love wearing heavy armor, folks.
Just Carmen, what's yours?
I have a 10. 11 minus 1.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna chat this thing up, everybody.
Ananias?
Let's do this thing.
2 plus 3.
Okay, 5 for you.
She wasn't ready for this combat.
Kizzy?
15, man.
Nice. And Mama Swizzle?
12.
12. Alrighty, here we go. And Sorry, I have an app to help me track initiative a little better.
So while these two are running towards it, Mama Swizzle's going to turn an angry glare at that monster and just yell out "Mama Swizzle" a lot.
At the monster?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. There we go. So, we're good to go. QZeth, you are up first.
Awesome.
And you want to run across the square?
Yes.
Alright, the square itself is about 50 feet across, and you're probably 20 or 30 feet away from the main square. So if you used your dash action...
He's an hour croco, right?
Yes, but he does not have fly speed because he has both injured
Yeah,
wings.
I cannot fly.
Both of his wings are injured. So you could get to about there, where the fountain is.
Anna, no.
Is that what you'd like to do? Anything else?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's everything. We're on to the creature. The creature kind of locks its beady, like, soulless kind of shiny sockets onto you, because there's not really any eyes left. It's just kind of a glowing goof where the eyes once were.
I wonder if I can see.
And it begins to like sink its claws into the rooftops as it walks towards you, kind of circling you as it goes. And it takes a slight detour to the side between the clothing shop and the old clock tower. And as it encounters a large bundle of like wires that are bridging across the rooftops, it kind of just like rips them in half, and you see a large spark as ice and fire shoot out of these like magical cables, and the creature spits out a bunch of lead and rock as like fire and ice form a dust cloud, creating even more smoke and mist. And the creature just kind of stares at you as it fades into the smoke. We're up to Mama Swizzle. What would you like to do?
Is it possible to take behind the magic shop?
Is it possible to...
Like, I want to go up the alley and try to come in behind the creature.
Yeah, you can sneak in this alley between the buildings if you'd like to.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
I have 25 feet of speed.
Okay, and if you would like...
Surprisingly for an old lady.
Yeah, you could make it to here with 25 feet. If you'd like to dash, you can do another 25 feet and get to about here.
I'll dash.
Okay. Where would you like
I want to stay out of its eyesight.
Alright, you're definitely out of its eyesight right here. This old clock tower is much taller than the other shop that it's currently on, so there's a tall barrier between you.
Alright. That's where I'd like to be then.
Alrighty. And would you like to use a bonus action to do anything? Carmen, you're on deck.
No, there's nothing I want to do.
Alrighty, Carmen, you're up then.
Okay. I would like to... How far would 30 feet get me?
30 feet would get you... Let me go back to the right tab.
Past
I have to
me a
keep
little
switching back and forth between these two tabs. It's very annoying.
You only have one screen.
I do actually have two, but it's not working properly for some reason. Give me 1 second.
Oh, that sucks.
How do I... This is very frustrating. Okay, I'm just gonna break everything in the process of trying to fix it. It would get you into the clearing, and about 10 feet in, I'd say. I'm reading the program. It needed to.
If I dashed, would I be able to like keep mostly out of its line of sight?
As far as its line of sight, it would be a little... It's basically just kind of peering into the whole square right now. It can basically see everything within the square.
Did you know your stream stopped?
Yes, I had to reboot the program. It was breaking. It'll be up in
Okay.
a second.
And like the building it's on top of, are those climbable? Like, are they like stone or?
If you try hard enough.
True, but like, are they like an easy material like stone, or are they something a little bit harder like wood? Is there something obstructing it?
These buildings seem to be rather old. They are made of wood and stone in the classic kind of medieval, like multi-story building. So they've got like cross beams and wood ledges that you can use to clamber up. It's not exactly an super easy climb, but you could make it happen.
Okay. That's her goal then, is to dash close to one of those buildings by the creature so she can, on her next turn, climb them.
Okay, sounds good. Let me load this game real quick and zoom in. Move the creature back to where it was. Alright, let me reshare my screen. Sorry for the delay.
You better be sorry.
Wait, what? It really doesn't let me move Tabletop Simulator to another screen? I'm having technical issues. I'm trying to move it to my other screen so I can see you guys while also... Oh, whatever. I'll just have to tab back and forth. So yeah, Carmen, if you dash from here, you could make it basically right up to this wall.
Dashing.
Dashing.
Alright. That works for me.
Were you? I kind of forgot.
I was
He
like
was
in
by
the middle of the courtyard.
Oh yeah, right by the fountain.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And that
Use it as a
picks-
bird bath.
Last but not least, Ananias. It is your turn.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? You've been left alone.
Thank goodness. Oh dear. There's big monster. There's fog on the ground. Is fog close to me?
Not really. The fog is still confined to this square at this point, and it's not very high off the ground.
I'm interested in what that is.
What the fog is?
Yeah.
What would you like to do to investigate it?
Yes, I want to investigate this fog.
Okay.
I don't necessarily want to breathe it in. Can I look at it?
Yeah. So you just want to look at it for distance?
No, I'm getting closer.
Okay. You want to walk like right up to where the fog begins, so you could like run your hand through it if you wanted to. Okay. I'll say you stop about right here. This is the farthest that the fog is getting right now, and if you reach your hand into it, it feels kind of slippery. Like it definitely has. It's not just water vapor in the air. There's some kind of substance to it, and as you're examining it, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. With the D20?
Yeah.
I got a 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So you can definitely tell as you're looking at it, this is some kind of magically created substance. It's not just regular fog or water vapor. This is some kind of like poisonous gas type of thing with magical sparkles embedded in the fog, and you can tell that if you were to breathe it, you would not be able to actually breathe in oxygen while you're breathing it. It would be like having no air. So since you got a nat 20, I'd say yeah, you don't know anything else about the origin of the fog, but obviously it's coming from the creature's mouth.
I want to get rid of it. I swoosh it away.
You swoosh it away?
I have big filthy arms.
Be gone, fog!
So just imagine you take off your cult robe and just start like wafting the entire.
That's what I'm doing. I'm whooshing it as much away as I can.
Okay. You start trying to like billow the fog away, and you clear maybe 5 or 10 feet of
That's pretty impressive.
A 5 or 10 circular area around yourself, but it's still kind of closing in. You have a plenty big supply of fresh air behind you.
She continues doing it for the rest of combat.
So that is your action and a little bit of your movement. Anything else you'd like to do, or is that it?
Yeah. I don't know what magics I can do. I still haven't figured everything out.
If you look at your character sheet, it should give you a page called Actions, and it should tell you things that you can do in combat, bonus actions, regular actions, spells, etc.
Actions.
You have plenty of weapons. You have
How many feet is that from me?
Is the creature?
The thing you.
The creature
Yeah.
is about 60 feet away from you right now. It's on a rooftop. That's about
Okay. I would like to Eldritch Blast it.
Alright.
It's one of my cantrips. Its range is 120.
So, first
Literally
off,
best
you've already used your
cantrip in the
action,
game.
technically 2 actions,
Okay.
because you investigated the fog, and you started...
Well, then I will wait.
So,
Yeah.
you'll have to wait for next turn. Secondly, you just gained this magical otherworldly power, so you don't necessarily know the spell Eldritch Blast yet, but you are welcome to figure it out by making aggressive hand motions through the weave that you can now feel around you. So yeah,
The weave.
I'll say that you can still attempt to do that, but we'll explain it narratively as we go. And next is QZ. You're up again.
So am I close enough now to the monster that I would be able to like chuck something at it?
Yeah, you're 45 feet away. You could definitely yeet a rock or whatever.
Yeah, if there's like a stone or something, like I'm by the fountain, I don't know. People like in this world, people throw stones into the fountain for good luck. So I grab one of those stones. Anyway, no, I just really quickly grab something that's in front of me that's easy enough, and I throw it at it.
This is an old cobblestone street, so yeah, there are definitely like loose cobblestones that you could pick up, though they are kind of hefty, maybe a couple pounds each. Would be difficult to throw that distance. Other ammo.
Well, I can walk a little bit closer and throw.
On any of these like nearby shopping tables, there's like some weapons for sale. If you don't have any of your own.
Dude, I'm a monk. We'll just take a stick.
You do have a stick, if you'd like to yeet that.
That's all I need.
So, what would you like to yeet?
No, I just want to throw something at it, get it distracted.
Something, okay. I'll say that you grab a nearby Amber Alert. Sorry about that. You grab a nearby rock that's a manageable size to be able to throw at this creature, and roll to hit. Just roll to try to hit this creature.
Ugh! It keeps... Okay, my computer's way too close up. It keeps on bouncing on and... Okay, that's great. Got a 1. Plus 6.
A natural 1?
I love that for you.
Was that a natural 1?
That was a natural 1 plus 6, if we care.
Okay, so you thought it was a manageable size. It turned out the rock was a bit heavier than you thought. You just kind of bonk it.
Splashes into the water and I get wet.
Yeah, not even like over the fountain. You throw it straight into the fountain and it just splashes water at you. And you're just like, oh.
But at least you get a wish.
So that is your attack. Would you like to use your movement?
Yeah, I'll just kind of go, and then I just run towards it again. Get it as close as I can.
To the building?
Yeah, all the way up to it.
Okay. So it's still 15 feet up a building, but kind of like peering over the edge just a little bit, and you can see, like, you can see the claws on the building and the stream of fog slowly, like, billowing out of its mouth in a gentle stream towards you. Now that you're kind of like right underneath the cloud that's like pouring down upon you, I would say that it's becoming noticeably more difficult to breathe. You're not fully encased in the cloud at this point. It's still kind of like at waist level where you're currently standing, but if you get like directly into the stream, it's like breathing stale air.
Yeah.
And it's you can tell that it's harder to breathe in this area.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And now it is the creature's turn. It is going to it's going to look down at you, cock its head, and begin breathing a different color of fog. It like breathes in and then expels a blue, like light blue, shimmering fog, like the cartoon fog that you see with like Mr. Freeze or something. I don't know. And as that falls down upon you, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Rolled a 5 plus 4.
Oh no.
Alrighty. So this fog envelops your face. It begins blasting with an increased velocity, and it just like goes straight into your eyes. You're just like, oh,
Achoo!
what is this stuff? It's very cold, and you just kind of blink for a moment, and you feel very.
Can I use
You begin to collapse on the ground, just like completely falling asleep, and
It's sleep fog because it's blue. I was about to say that a few minutes ago.
a few minutes ago, before it was even breathing blue. And,
No, I was saying.
Season to the future.
I was saying if it breathes blue, it'll be sleep fog.
I thought that was ice fog.
I was thinking the same thing.
Same.
Really? I thought white fog would be ice
You
fog.
curl up on the ground, and you can't keep your eyes open. Your eyelids are very heavy, and curl up on the ground, sleep for a moment.
Thinking of mom's spaghetti.
Meanwhile, the
I never knew
creature
my mom's spaghetti.
begins grabbing into the side of the building and like descending straight down, crawling bit by bit, and stops about 5 feet above you as you're laying there. And
Hey, that's terrifying.
it's descending into the foggy cloud that it is still creating. Carmen, I believe you're up next. Let me check my initiative tracker. No, it's Mama Swizzle, sorry. But you're on deck, Carmen. Mama Swizzle, you're up.
Alright. So, I still have some rocks in my pocket from earlier. I'd like to use my bonus action to magic stone 3 of them.
Okay.
Oh, that's all my stones on me.
You reach into your pocket, pull out these stones, and you wave your hand, chanting some arcane Mama Swizzles.
Yep. And then I'd like to use my action to throw one at the head of the creature.
Alright.
I hear a cat.
Yep.
Turn on your camera so I can see the cat.
Trying to find my 20. There it is.
Yay!
19 plus 6.
19 plus 6. Yeah, that definitely hits the creature. So you yeet your rock, Mama Swizzle! And you just hear like it makes your teeth kind of grind together. It's that kind of a sound as the stone just kind of scrapes the top of the creature's head, and it goes, making a bone scraping, crunching sound.
Want me to roll for damage?
Yes, roll for damage, please. So the creature is kind of like becoming enveloped in his own fog cloud at this point, but you still just like bonk him in the head with a big rock.
5 plus 4. 6, 10.
10 damage, yes. You take a chunk out of the top of his head. One clip of the skull begins clattering across the stone pavement, and the creature turns, glaring at you with a horrifying gaze.
I shake my fist at it.
And it turns its attention towards you. Carmen, now it's your turn, unless Mama Swizzle like move anywhere.
I'd like to use my movement to go to the pool in the middle fountain.
Okay. So you use the rest of your movement to carry on to the fountain.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Carmen, you're up.
All right. So if I were to get within 5 feet of it, could I reach it? Like, is it close enough to the ground for that? Okay.
Yeah, it's only
then
5 feet off the ground, so if you get within melee range,
Perfect.
hit it.
Then I'm going to get in melee range and I'm going to attack it with my longsword.
Sounds good. You draw your longsword and swing it at this creature. Roll to hit.
That's a 19 plus 6.
That also hits. You definitely dig your
Excellent.
sword directly into the spine of the creature, right between its ribs, and roll for damage.
That is 11. 11 points of damage.
Awesome. Let me mark that real quick. There we go. This app doing weird things. I regret my choices. Yeah, you
Fair.
slice into the creature's spine about halfway through before it catches your sword, and as you pull it out, the creature is like conflicted, crying out in like an undead shrill cry, pain as it looks between Mama Swizzle and Carmen, unable to decide who to go after next. It is your
We
turn.
haven't distracted away, Pop.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah, you spent your turn whooshing, trying to wave the smoke out of the way.
Alright, when
As
the
you do
wishing
so-
doesn't work,
As you do so, you uncover in fog a sitting monk who's just still sitting there on his pillow. He does not seem to be reacting to this battle at all, even though everyone else has run out of this clearing, but this is still sitting there, like, oblivious.
alright. Well, I'll stand in front of him, and then I'll start making angry gestures.
Alright, so you to, like, do something aggressive, knowing that you've, like, got this newfound power, and you're not sure exactly how to use it, but you basically just, like, pull some of these strands haphazardly, and then release them like a crossbow, and blasting forward from your hand, you see a orb of green energy fly forward towards the creature. Go ahead and make your attack roll for Eldritch Blast.
Oh, I thought she was attacking the monk.
No! I'm standing in front of the monk!
Standing in front of the monk, I start making angry gestures at him.
How dare you worship some other god?
The chicken is the only way.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's D10 plus 4?
No, you make a ranged spell attack, so it's a normal attack as always.
Okay, how do I...
It's a d20, and then you can see that it's a +4 for your modifier.
11 plus 4, so 15.
That does hit. You, your ball of green energy strikes true, hitting the creature directly in the skull, and knocking it completely off the wall with a blast of force. And it kind of crashes into the wood as it stumbles off, blasting into the building behind it and crumpling some of these wooden beams, which then snap, being very old, and the building kind of like begins to be at risk of kind of collapsing forward the second story. But it holds, and the creature collapses into a heap and stands up, looking even more angry. Somehow. Roll me 1d10 for damage, Cap.
Yes, okay. 5.
Nice. Yeah, the creature takes 5 points of force damage as you obliterate it with this attack. Next up is Qzeth. You are asleep. Go ahead and roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Alright, so that's a 12 plus 4.
12, 4.
16.
Yes. You do wake up. You're able to stand up or whatever, but you are prone. So you'd need to have a movement to get up.
So I do.
So you wake up and you're just like, oh, and your head being completely submerged in the white smoke for a bit. You find it hard to like get your bearings, but you stand up.
Is he frozen for you?
Yeah,
he froze for a second. Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened?
He was you.
Yeah, EJ, it was on your side.
Oh,
Your
gotcha.
Discord froze for a second.
I thought it was your side because I could still see other people moving.
It was just in your imagination. So yeah, I get out of the fog, kind of like, and then just like step out, like checking my emotions. I got riled up from before.
Balancing your chi.
Exactly. And I kind of back up to see what happens. Try to like get up a little bit higher and say, "The fog puts you to sleep. Stay out of it."
You call out to the other people that you can just barely see within these rolling like mounds of fog.
Yeah.
Which are still
if there's like a little market table that I can climb on top of, I don't know if I would have enough movement to, but it looks like I'm right by one, so I would try and climb up on top of it.
I would have you roll me a dexterity check though.
Oh, another 12 plus 4, I believe, as well.
Yeah, it's not too difficult. You can easily just kind of scramble up on top of this rickety. It's not exactly meant to hold the weight of a person. It's just kind of like a loosely thatched roof over this small hut. It's not really like sturdy.
I'm a light
you kind of
bird.
wobble a little bit as you're getting up on top there, but you now have a vantage point, so your feet aren't even in the fog at this point. You're completely above the fog.
Great.
And under normal circumstances, I would have.
Oh, that's really low fog.
Because you were basically right next to the creature, but since it fell over, there's no opportunity to attack here. It was kind of not ready for that.
It just breathed onto me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, since you were near the creature,
So I got away.
When you away from the creature, you would get an opportunity to attack, but this time he is not ready for that, so away scot-free.
Especially because I was prone. Yeah, that basically uses it. Yeah, I understand.
So would you like to? I guess
that's basically it.
Yeah, no attack. All right. So it's the creature's
turn.
It's the creature's turn. As Carmen is the nearest person to it, the one who has done the most damage, I believe, it is going to attempt to swipe at her with its massive claws.
Okay.
Need to find stats again. I have too many things to keep track of. I'm really crying here. Alrighty. Need to. Could you just tell me your armor class so I don't?
18.
Yeah. So it tries to attack you with its large claws. It takes its large claws and tries to rake across your armor, but it just scrapes across your plate armor and does not do
I just
anything.
bring my shield up and deflect the claws off of it.
So its claws scrape across your shield and your armor, and it just kind of looks at you as though expecting you to be hurt, and you're just like, get bird brain. And yeah, it continues to glare at you with its goopy, soulless eyes, and tries to yet another color of fog. This time it is violet in color. The color changes once again, and it kind of just like blasts a plume straight up, creating a pillar of fog, completely obscuring the creature for a moment, and none of you. It basically was just straight up. Next.
I think I'm done.
Next up is Mama Swizzle.
So I'm not so short that the fog is bothering me, right? Okay.
How tall are you again? You're like 4 foot something, right?
4'11".
With 4'8" with the crouch, I forgot. So
Yeah.
yeah. So your head is above the fog, but it's about like up to your collarbone at this point, because it's like as more fog is created, it kind of like builds upon itself and slowly rises, like water building up.
Okay, so where is it right now?
It's still where the map displays it. It's like on the ground in this corner. It's just blasted a purple column of smoke straight up. QZ is standing on top of.
And do I see any way to go around that column to see it?
Around the column, well, the column of purple smoke basically is like a foot radius.
Oh, it's around it.
That's like a cylinder that goes out.
If I were to throw a rock, can I throw to it, or is there something in my way?
Well, there is the thing that QZ is standing on right now, the merchant display thing. But you could
Okay, so
try to throw around it.
I'd like to go to that flat spot of the magic shop.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Mhm.
And then I'd like to. Am I close enough to toss QZ? Is that pumps?
Yeah.
Am I close enough to throw toss QZ a magic stone?
Yes.
And is that an action?
Yes, I would call that an action. Also, I think that might end the spell on the stone. I'd like to check that.
You touch 1 to 3 pebbles and imbue them with magic. You or someone else can you make a ranged spell attack with one of these pebbles by throwing it or hurling it with a swing. It has a range of 60 feet.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, yeah, I'll say that you can toss a stone to him as long as it's not intended as an attack.
No. So I try to get
underarm throw. Go.
And I toss it to him.
Oh.
Kind of hear result from the corner. You turn to your right and you see him tossing a rock. Glowing slightly.
Monk reaction.
Yeah, it's difficult to just catch this rock. It was a pretty good throw for an old lady.
Okay.
For an old lady, wow.
I don't think I have any more side reactions, whatever they're called. Bonus action. Yeah.
You know,
I don't have any more bonus.
I will say that it's just a bonus action to toss him that. It's not difficult.
Okay.
I thought you were. I thought it was something else that you were doing.
No, I was just trying to toss him a weapon, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'll use my very last magic stone and I'll toss it into the pillar, trying to hit the creature.
Alright. Go ahead and attack roll with disadvantage because you cannot see this creature at thick
Alright.
smoke pillar.
Okay, so the lowest was 17 and plus 6.
That was the lowest one?
Yeah, I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Alright. You're not sure exactly where this creature is, but you just kind of... It's big. And you hear another crunch as another sound emanates from somewhere within the cloud, and you hear another clatter across the pavement.
Rolled a 4 and it's a plus 4, so it's 8.
8 damage?
Yep.
Nice. Alright, this creature's still kicking, but you hear a roar of pain. Carmen, you're up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try my best to hit it, even though I can't see it.
Wait, did I go?
Why
your
would
turn
you
comes
go?
after Carmen.
Oh, okay. I'm blind.
So I guess I'm
Alright,
disadvantaged to hit it.
disadvantage.
Oh, what is that? What is that? That's a 12 to hit it.
Alright, yeah, that doesn't quite connect. You swing your sword.
The other one was a
where
natural
you
20, boys.
you sort of thought it was, and cut through the fog, finding nothing instead. And,
Dang it.
as you look around, have you taken a step forward, or are you still where you were?
I'm still where I am.
Okay.
I'm not gonna step into that.
So you're just like holding your sword at the red. You don't see what you're trying to swing your sword anymore. It was a little just like swing it where you thought there was something. You're very sure, and it's just nothing, and you're like, whoa, but you're fine. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Nope, I'm good.
So, at night, you're like looking at your hands and going, wow, that felt zappy. You just
Zappy.
creature off a wall.
Yeah. Is it still down or is it up again?
It's currently in
The creature.
smoke entirely.
Oh, right. Yeah. Is there still more smoke coming out though? Like normal smoke? That is.
Well, there's currently 3 different colors of smoke that are all kind of like slowly mixed together and forming one homogeneous color as it goes on.
Oh, okay. Even the purple?
All the purple's currently falling down slowly in a cylinder, just pushing out the blue that was there previously, the white that was even. So it's just like slowly all mixing together.
Next is red.
Do you have my DMing notes here?
I try to mimic the same thing I did previously.
Okay. So I cast it.
To attack
that
it.
same spell, like
Yeah.
going back and blasting forward. Green energy ball.
Yeah.
Alright. Roll to hit with disadvantage. Where exactly are you aiming? The same places last saw it?
Uh-oh, I hope I don't hit my acquaintances.
Don't roll too low.
Yeah, so this towards the purple cylinder, you know?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
EJ.
Okay, my lowest roll was 3.
Okay. 3 total?
What?
3
Plus
total, or
what?
3 plus your 4?
What's 3 plus 4? 7? Okay, so it's 7.
So you,
Basic maths, everyone.
you do the same thing.
Thank you.
You blast forward, and you see this energy ball blast Pat
I was
right.
scared.
Like Keith is standing on this rickety platform with like 4 little wooden spires holding up the roof of this thing, and the blast of green energy just flies right through the center of there, it all, and you feel it vibrate a little under your feet as this blast of green light enters the fog. You hear a shattering wood and stone as the building, you presume, behind the creature gets struck again in the same spot where the previous hole was, and the building again, and you see parts of the roof begin to fall off, little shingles and pieces of wood beginning to tumble off the roof, and landing a cobblestone street below.
Okay.
Next up, unless you have something else you'd like to do, like walk places, and use ETH.
Okay. So am I able to see it now? The creature?
It's still obscured.
Okay. So seeing Mama Swizzle throw the rock at the beast, I will do the same. You want me to roll?
Yeah. Roll to hit.
Okay.
It's standard.
Yeah. Great. That is 15 plus 6, I believe. Don't really have a throwing stat, but yeah.
Do you have dexterity?
I mean, yeah, if we're just doing dex, it's just I have a... Yeah, so it would be...
Plus your proficiency.
Yeah. Okay, so then 19 total.
Oh, yeah, that hits. Wait, with disadvantage?
I thought you said I didn't have any
No, you do
disadvantage.
have
Okay,
disadvantage
roll again.
still, 'cause it's
Okay, so then that
it's
is
1d8.
12 plus 4, so that is 16.
16 to hit. Okay. Yeah, you throw a rock, and it sounds like it hit. You hear another sound as you throw the rock into this cloud. You don't see or hear any like roaring response. You just hear the clattering of rocks in the after. It's hard to tell exactly if it did hit or not.
Well, I can't miss twice, so obviously it hit.
Yeah.
And then if I still have a bit left to do, I would like to take some of the rope from my backpack and like fashion a lasso.
A lasso.
And using the rest of my move.
Wait, what? You want to form a lasso with the rest of your movement?
I want to take the rope in my backpack and fashion a lasso with the rest of my move. Not my movement, but the rest of my time.
I would call that a full action. So I'd say you have to wait for your next turn for that.
Okay, well, I start on it.
Okay, you can take the rope.
He grabs the rope.
I grab the rope, yeah.
And you want to stay where you are?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's the creature's turn. It will, as predicted, you see from a different spot than you thought you were aiming at. You see smoke begin to emanate once again from a little bit off to your right than where you thought the creature actually was, and it begins to appear from the purple smoke, and red smoke just kind of blasts forward, and it has sparks in it, almost looking like the embers of flame. And I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What is this, magic roulette?
Clearly. 17 plus 6, because you said it was dex.
Yeah, so you you managed to dodge out of the way, jumping off vantage point as this entire
I do a flip.
Yeah, you backflip off this thing and land on the cobblestone. The street cart here, the little stand that you're landing on, is engulfed in red smoke, which quickly ignites into a ball of flame, rising high into the sky, and the creature steps out, trying to charge towards you, and tries to.
Do I have an opportunity attack?
No. Okay. Have an opportunity on it, and it does not have one on you. But it does.
Is it leaving my melee range?
Yes. No. Technically, no, because it was obscured when it moved.
Okay.
Pretty out of your range. Sorry, I'm not able to. Move. It's coming from about here when it reemerges, and it's going to try to take a swipe at QZeth with its tail. Like give it a tail whip kind of attack. Let's see here. What do you see?
18.
Yeah, it tries to whip its tail at you. Long skeletal tail formed of just a bunch of bones, basically. At this point, whips it around and misses you narrowly, like basically chopping the roof off of this building that you just jumped off of. The four planks of wood that are now engulfed in flames shatter and splinter into pieces and just fall straight down top of the shop. You hear a voice in the distance cry out, "My cabbages!"
Obviously it's not my turn, but would I be able to like grapple onto the tail as it swings at me?
Roll me a straight 20. No additions.
No gay.
Oh no!
Has to be straight.
Oh no! 4.
Yeah, sadly, you don't.
I just
get a chance to do that. You just backflip down, and it's all you can do, just duck away as this whips past you. Trying to grab it would have just shredded your hand, so it's a good thing you didn't try to grab it too hard. And with that, we move on to Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle.
The creature has emerged from the smoke, and it is now visible once again. It is trying to attack QZeth ferociously.
I'd like to take out my saber that I had somewhere hidden on my back that no one noticed. and I'd like to go up to behind the creature and try to chop its tail off.
Okay. So yeah, it's just swung its tail, and now it's facing back towards Keith again. You managed to sneak up on its back, and I will give you advantage on this attack.
Oh yeah, baby! Ooh, not 20.
Not 20. Nice. So Mama,
Roll again anyway.
Take out your
Get
scimitar, saber. You called it a saber, but it says scimitar on your sheet. A little
Yeah,
confusing.
scimitar,
Saber.
saber. It's
Okay.
basically the same thing.
Your scimitar and go ahead and roll 2 damage. Roll 4 damage. Sorry.
All right. 6 plus 3.
Nice.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
So yeah, you take your scimitar and just chop down straight through the weak part, the tiny part where the spine chink together.
Connects.
Tiny little fragile part. And you chop off this entire tail, like right down up to the bone, and the tail goes clinking off into the distance. As soon as they're no connected to the whole, each one of them kind of decoheres and they all fall off as separate vertebrae, scattering across the pavement. And it turns to look at you.
I turned back at it and just yelled, "Mama
And even as you're like watching through the smoke, all these figures moving and trying to fight each other, you can still kind of see what's going on, Carmen. It's a little bit obscured, but you can still tell what's going on. Now
Okay.
it is your turn, Carmen.
Am I within melee range of the creature still?
You take like a step and a half, and you will be.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna swing my longsword.
Roll to hit.
That is a 22 to hit,
Hits.
and that's at another 11 points of damage. All right,
Nice.
Green Boy's like in his sevens today.
Yeah, you slice this creature directly across the face with a large downward slash. It hits it directly in the skull and splits it almost completely in half. And it's still holding on by thread, and it goes. It's kind of like backing up from every direction, like trying to back from Mama Swizzle, then turning around to back. Carmen is like,
We got
like
him
this.
on the ropes.
This is not
Wait,
a good place to be.
Is it moving out of our range?
It's not out of your range, but it's like trying to back up. It does not like where it currently is.
So you're saying we can't do any opportunity attack?
It's not its turn, so it can't use its movement. That's what I'm saying. I'm just.
Pincer maneuver.
So, that's it for Carmen and Ananias. Your turn.
Okay, do I have any containers on me, like what you would put water in? Maybe a flask for drinking, maybe a bladder? Yeah, I want to pour that out and try to, like, collect some of the smoke.
Where? I mean, I guess you can...
I mean, it's mixing. Whichever looks the strongest. Most dense, I guess, is the words I'm trying to say.
Ignited and kind of exploded already. Kind of
well then,
outward, from it.
the whitey bluish.
Alright. So the white smoke is covering the whole area. Let me go ahead and draw a little bit with different colors. So the white smoke covers this whole area and is even beginning to expand outward at this point in the streets a little bit. The blue smoke is only covering about... Oh, what happened? The blue smoke is only in this area, but it's like very weak because it only happened a little bit. So it's basically gone at this point, or mixed in, and the purple is the most strong that is still remaining. It is in about this area. So you can get a sample from like this segment, or this segment, or this segment, depending on what you'd like.
I'm just gonna go for the lowest dark. Like what? Sorry, that didn't make sense. The lowest to the ground white smoke, where it looks most concentrated to me.
Yeah, you uncap your flask, pour out all the water on the ground, squeezing it for good measure. kind of like try to reinflate it and scoop up a little bit of this white smoke.
Well,
from
uninflate it and then let it
reinflating it to
pressure. Yeah.
get some more. Yeah. So you suck in. It's a bit difficult to manage it, but yeah, you do reinflate and it sucks in some of this silvery white smoke. Recap it.
Yep. And tie it on tight.
Alrighty. So.
And before she forgets, she did that and tries to drink it.
Somebody remind me.
So I'll say you ended up right about here, because this is where the smoke was a little bit thicker and stronger rather than in the street. Next up, accuse ETH once again.
Brilliant.
Is, like, going backward from all of your collective attacks.
All of the hits.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it's doing too well. It's kind of like letting out a low.
Okay. Well, I would just like to make a unarmed strike to it, punch it in the face.
Alrighty.
If I can.
Claw it.
We're gonna start with bludgeoning. I get to do 2.
Excuse me.
Well, with just a normal punch, because I also have talons, so I have the option to like make a fist and punch, or to talon, which is so bludgeoning versus slashing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Did I put it away? No, it's here. It fell off the computer. 17 plus 6. Tell me I hit, EJ.
Definitely
Tell me I hit. Thank you.
Even without the addition, I thought that was with the.
No.
Alright, and roll damage.
Damage, yay. Get to use a D6 because I'm a monk.
Like a D6.
1 plus 4. Yeah.
Okay. You take this and you just plow it straight into the creature's face, right on the crack that was already existing, and it cracks more. This time, basically flopping half of its skull off. It's just hanging by a thread, and you see the goof and the rotting black veins of flesh was there, kind of holding it together barely, and it and well, now it's its turn, so it'll attempt one final.
Well, actually, I can use my bonus action to slash at it again.
Yeah.
2-weapon fighting. And then this time I'll use my talons.
Yeah.
If you let me.
You're sorry, I was just making sure.
Okay.
That, you have monk ability. Yeah, I forgot that was out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can definitely make an attack.
So that's 9 plus 6, so that's 15 total.
That hits.
Alright. D6. Oh, that time it's a 6 plus 4.
Alright. And
tell me it's dead.
To steal from another awesome DM out there, how would you do this? I don't know.
So I've just...
I know that.
So I've punched, split it open, and then I'm going to kind of spin around, and with the other hand just kind of slash deep into the gash that had been made.
Like into the goop.
Tearing it apart, possibly. Into the goop and like.
All right, I'm sorry, Cat, in advance.
But with style.
Okay, go ahead, explain. Describe in great detail. I will make faces the whole time, though. Just be warned.
Yeah, so after, like, cracking this thing's skull in half, you just, like, do another roundhouse kick and just how your clawfoot to the interior of this creature's skull. It's one final and it stops moving. All the bones kind of clatter to the ground and decohere, and the smoke stops pouring from the mouth, and it lets out a low. And it stops moving. Congrats, you have done it.
I take a breath.
Why were you sorry to Cat then?
She was already squealing.
That wasn't
the first bit.
I thought you were gonna describe like the brains being pulled out and stuff. That's what I was expecting.
So actually, you only grossed yourself out, Cat.
You're right.
Congratulations.
You're right. You're right.
So with that, combat's over, initiative order has ended, and y'all can do whatever you'd like. The fog begins to clear slowly, fading into the ground.
Is the monk guy still fine? You know who's behind me? Just chilling.
Behind you is just still sitting there. He has not moved. He's just sitting on his pillow, kind of like, he's not actually doing anything. He's just sitting there, like meditating. It looks like.
I'd like to what do you call it? I'd like to look over the creature to see if there's anything, any body parts I'd be interested in.
What kind of would you be interested in?
Eat?
Concern.
Not necessarily eat, but might be able to use as medicinal or poisons.
All that's left of this creature are bones and extremely rotten flesh. It doesn't seem like there's much left as far as like organs or like.
Is there a way to detect how this creature was moving? What created it?
With your druidic feelings, you would probably be able to know that it's like it doesn't feel natural. It feels kind of like off. It's the same cold feeling that you felt in the forest before. So yeah, it's definitely something that's abnormal and strange, but you don't know what caused it. And Carmen, you would probably get, when you're so close to it, the same sense of like the undead evil.
Interesting.
I go up to Carmen and I pat her back, Mama Swizzle, and start pointing towards the direction of the cold spot.
She thinks about it for a second. You think this came from there?
Mama Swizzle.
Interesting.
Okay. I want to look around and see if I can still see Cat's character. I don't know if the fog's in the way or cleared.
I'm pretty tall.
This fog is slowly kind of dissipating into the ground.
Yeah.
Like the longer you remain there, it just like is flowing away. Yeah, you can all see each other pretty easily just by looking around.
Okay. I see her and then think to myself, maybe not bad after all.
Definitely bad.
Everyone, as far as like other people in the area, is still kind of like hiding. Mostly, a couple people kind of like peek out of windows and door frames. Like, is it dead? Is it over? But no one's really like in the square yet. It's just the four of you.
I'd like to talk to the other two. Well, thank you for helping me with that, for running in.
It was.
What are your names?
It was the right. It was the right thing to do, and I'm Carmen.
What was asked? Was there anything to do?
No, it was the right,
thing to do. Yes, statement. There we go. I agree.
You said you don't hear words that aren't there, but you just did.
What?
Anyway.
Sorry.
The DM has been confused.
She misspoke once and then denied that she could misspeak because
I don't.
This is impossible for her to misspeak. It is always 300% more likely that I've misheard than she misspoke, especially when she is the one who is distracted and not I.
Makes sense to me. It's just girls are always right, guys are always wrong. That's just how it works. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, I'm glad you.
I'm the DM. I know this. This is just how the world works.
Why this world too? We go to fantasy worlds so that we can fantasize.
So anyway, as the smoke is finally settling out completely and fades into nothing, releasing you all from the like hard to breathe air, you all take a nice satisfied breath, and other people begin to walk casually or like cautiously back into the streets again, examining the damage on the buildings and looking at the like leaking magical wires and beginning.
Do I see any dead flowers?
Dead flowers?
There's just one crushed flower.
There's like a dandelion.
It was
that's sprouted
stepped
up
on.
between
It was
the
stepped
cracks.
on.
Yeah, it got stepped on. Not even by like anyone fighting. It was just earlier in the day.
When they
I
were
go up
running-
to the dandelion and I use Birdcraft on it and I try to bring it back.
Sure,
Yeah.
save the dandelion, not the
Sprouts
tree.
up a little happier and
The literal
blooms a little
weed.
brighter between the cracks of this pavement.
I walk up to that when I see it happen, and I gesture at it with my my sleeve that's all like this. I'm like,
Okay.
and I look at Mama Swizzle. I want an explanation, so I just look at her, and I point at it with just the cloak.
Oh, we got two people who don't
Mama
talk to each
Swizzle.
other.
Mama Swizzle.
Good.
I lean back in surprise. That's very interesting. And I just nod.
I'd like to say to Kat's character, robed one. I'm sorry, where are my manners? What is your name?
I freeze for a second. People asking my name is not common. What do I tell them? I don't think I probably should.
Mama Swizzle.
No, that's not my name. I still say in a female voice. Ananias. You can call me Ananias.
Ananias.
I love
Thank
that
you.
cat.
Mama Swizzle.
That was painful.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm QZeth, everyone.
Mama Swizzle.
Do you all know the origins of this beast?
No, are you gonna tell us?
I have no clue. I've recently rolled into town.
Mama Swizzle. Mama Swizzle.
Yes, and Mama
yes.
Swizzle with me.
Ah.
She's pointing.
I thought she was. I thought Mama Swizzle was pointing towards the
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
She
okay.
was.
Then I.
Well, no, that's what I say. I say she's pointing.
Yes, Miss Swizzle. We'll investigate.
And as you all are discussing the origin of this strange creature, floating over the rooftops, you see a large floating skull, like almost as big as a cart, like a cart that could be pulled by two horses. That size of a giant floating skull just kind of floats over the buildings, large teeth exposed, one central glowing red eye socket, and several more glowing red lights beside it. Just kind of floats over the rooftops from the direction of the center of town, and it floats down into the clearing and goes, "What is the meaning of this? Who dares? What's going on in my town? You mortals have come to cause chaos. You even dare look at me, the most glorious creature in all of creation? Explain yourselves."
I just cocked my head sideways.
I'm just kidding. So who are you people? What's going on? I'm not actually upset. I just want to know what's going on.
Who are you?
Well,
I am the mayor of this town. My name is Craig.
well,
Who are you?
Craig! Well, Sir Craig, this was not us. This, I point at the or gesture over to the pile of bones. Beast popped up here, and well, we took care of it.
Another one of those. It's been quite some time since I've seen one of those. I think I dreamed those up about 100 years ago or so.
You dreamed them up?
Yes, I am a beholder, or what's left of one. We dream things, and they well, they happen into existence. I didn't
Why
mean
did you
to
do
create
that?
these. Why do you dream? It just happens.
I don't.
Well,
That's
that sounds
canon.
like a very sad existence. Anyway. These were a creation of mine long ago. A sandrin, we call them. We haven't dealt with one in a while. It must have been trapped somewhere under the earth or in the sea, perhaps. And it remained there undead for a long time. But thank you for dealing with it. You seem like capable adventurers. Are you living in the town? I haven't seen your faces around before. Although I'm usually busy building bridges and doing other good things for this town.
There's a lot of bridges that go to nowhere in this.
What'd you say, Kizzy?
At least there's not a lot of burned bridges. Passing through, I reply.
Same. I simply was stopping here for the evening.
We just saved this town for no reason at all.
Well, what do you mean?
That's
You
what I
say
tell
that?
him.
I appreciate your good deed. I too am a proponent of good deeds. Being the
Yes,
mayor and all, I pull a few strings here and there.
Yes, I agree. This was the right thing to do. I kind of look over at Kat's character like...
It's just gonna get destroyed again when another one comes by.
There won't be any more of them, and if there are, people will deal with them. I'm sure we have other...
Good solution. It's the TNT solution. Someone
Someone
will fix it. Someone will walk in.
So, I don't know if you caught, this guy is the mayor of the town, apparently, and as he's floating in and kind of like seeing what's going on, the other citizens don't seem to be completely freaked out by a giant floating skull. They're just kind of like, oh, it's that guy. Hey, Craig. And they keep going about their business.
Beholder.
Yeah. So how do you all react?
Out of character really fast. I'm astonished by the fact that a giant cyclops skull with multiple red eyes circling around it is the mayor of this.
So here's the thing.
My last campaign ended strangely.
Would these people be mind controlled by the beholder? Would we be able to get that sense at all?
That is kind of a beholder shtick, isn't it?
It's a very beholder thing to do.
Since I live in the area, would I know about all this?
Mama Swizzle, you would definitely know that this is just kind of how things are. He legitimately is just a beholder.
He was elected?
He's a death tyrant who has genuinely turned over a new leaf, and he's been helping the town. He builds structures. He helps like disintegrate things to create channels for people's agriculture. He genuinely tries to do his best to be a good person, and has been helping to organize this town for a while. Why? He just decided to, I guess. Nobody really knows.
He got bored of beholding.
To actually happen. In my last campaign, the last time I was DMing for a campaign, the party encountered this guy way too early, and they really should have gotten TPK'd, but I was tired, and the campaign was ending, so they were just like, can we make friends with him? And I'm like, no, he's gonna kill you. And they're like, but what if we play music? And I'm like, sure. He turns nice. This is fine. So Craig the Death Tyrant was born. He's been helping out in this town here and there for the past about 100 years. And Mama Swizzle would know all about this.
Mama Swizzle was there when you came
around.
Well,
Mama Swizzle just shrugs and starts heading towards the cold area in the forest.
So, I see that the four of you are all passing through, I suppose? Adventurers?
Mama Swizzle's run away.
Okay. If you're looking for work or anything new to do, I hear that there are some people who have had sheep missing. There's some other... there's like some weird stuff going on in the
side quests.
I would be appreciative if someone could deal with. You know, being a busy
weird...
mayor, can't go solve every problem.
What sort of things in the sewers?
Yeah, weird
strange
stuff
comings and goings, weird sounds, animals going missing, and people not returning when they were supposed to do scheduled maintenance, that kind of thing.
That's just normal.
No,
that happens in all
not.
sewers.
People disappearing happens in every sewer? Huh. I guess
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't worry about that one as much anymore.
That
It's been a while since I've been town.
That does not sound normal. I find that
Yeah, I
interesting
thought
to
it sounded weird
investigate.
too. Usually people disappearing and never coming back is something you want to look into.
Agreed.
I shrug, thinking this girl is pompous and from a very civilized, must be from a rich neighborhood or something. Like that people aren't disappearing where she
They're a
from.
rich kid.
Wow. You're literally a cult member. You make the people disappear.
I know! I think it's normal!
Doesn't every town have a cult?
It's every other town.
No, we're not in her kingdom. Mm-mm.
It's like Pokemon Insurgents all over again.
Oh god.
So, you're welcome to go and help out around town. There's plenty of quests on the quest board in the tavern. I hear there's someone who needs letters delivered who'd like to be a courier. I'm not sure what exactly you're looking for, but as long as the threat has been taken care of, I can go back to my work, and I appreciate your business. Or
Thank you.
Your help, as it were. I sadly don't have the ability to magically fix things, so I'll have someone else come out and fix this building before it falls over.
He can make bridges, but he can't make buildings.
I can help lift heavy things and put things in place, but I can't, like, magically fix wood.
So you can lift things up and put them down.
Exactly, yes, I am.
So what? So when you make a bridge, you just take a tree, and you just lay it down. Just trees here.
I can float across. I don't exactly know what the building codes are for a proper bridge. For the humanoid.
Okay.
Anyway, I should probably get back to my work. It was nice to meet you, adventurers. I wish you luck on your adventures, and the weird one who only says Mama Swizzle, tell her I said bye. If you ever need my help, you know where to find me. And he turns to go. Unless he had
Do we know where to find him?
Nope.
Yeah, totally.
He'll
Just
find
move in that
us.
direction. He's so big.
Just the town in general, just the town in general.
I guess you're right. Finding a giant floating skull with the red eye circling him like a tornado, it wouldn't be that difficult to find.
He's the mayor. Anyone would be able to direct you to like where he chills
Where's
out
the
behind a
mayor?
desk with his little bow tie and behind a desk that says Mr.
Oh, he has the bow tie,
Craig.
too. Okay.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm gonna go try and follow Mama Swizzle.
Yes, I will as well.
Yeah, so Mama Swizzle, you turned and you just started walking mid-conversation towards the cold spot in the forest. You pass people as you go who are kind of like peeking out their doors like, is the threat over? Are we in danger? Do you do anything, say anything?
Nope, I'm just crunched over with holding my back. Oh, that was such a hard fight.
You're walking not terribly quickly down the street and everyone else catches up with you pretty quick. Ananias, what are you doing? Are you following as well?
I guess I shrug. I follow them. I'm a little concerned that they're walking towards the forest, as I know I'll be meeting up there at the dusk.
In the sewers is where your meeting is.
Oh, we're meeting in the sewers?
Yep.
Yeah.
People are going missing.
Wink,
Oh
wink.
no!
Okay, thank you. Alright, I'm a little concerned because...
You are afraid of woods.
Yeah, wood's scary.
Oh no, I'm allergic to wood!
I mean, I follow them. My steps on the cobblestone path, I could see, like, the dusk is disappearing, and I hear clicky-clackies. I'm following them pretty swiftly. They're probably quite a ways ahead of me because it took me a while to decide if I'd follow.
Well, actually, I was going to say, as I start walking, I look over at her and say, coming with, and then just turn and walk away. So I don't know if that helps make her decision faster. No? Okay.
Kat, could I have you roll me perception as you're walking?
Yep. 20.
Not 20? Nice.
Do you want proof? I haven't moved it since.
No, it's fine. I trust you.
Okay.
So as you're walking by, like beginning to follow Mama Swizzle and kind of keeping an eye on this strange group that you've just encountered, it's probably the weirdest thing you've seen in several weeks. Well, that might not be true. You're a cult member, but it's certainly the weirdest thing.
Oh no, that's normal
the
to
normal people in this town. But as you're walking by, you see off to your, like the corner of your vision in one of the dark alleys, you instantly become aware of a familiar shape, and you look off and you see that well-dressed man again, just kind of lounging on some barrels and boxes.
Goose
He
man.
kind of nods at you. Would you like to go over to him, talk to him, just keep walking? You can ignore him if you'd like.
I'm like 30 feet behind the other adventurers, I'd say, right?
Yeah, you're a good ways away. They're starting to walk away.
Okay. And I look at them, look for their direction, so I could maybe follow them, and I quickly dash off Black Hood towards the man with the hat.
Yeah, you just duck into the side alley, disappearing from like the main street, and you take a brief moment to look at this man.
You froze.
I
froze again?
Yeah.
Did you just say you dab?
That's what you froze as.
You just dip into a side alley, disappearing from the main view of people, almost imperceptibly, and you are now standing in this small alley. It's like 5 feet wide, and it's got a bunch of supplies stacked up beside. And the man turns to you and smiles and goes, "It was quite a performance. Well done. Haven't seen someone."
So what do you call yourself?
Oh dang, I didn't have a name for him. I am known
He was not expecting this.
I am known as the Wanderer. I am not actually the goose god that you were praying to. I simply happened to hear. So apologies if I appeared as someone who I wasn't. But as I was watching your fights there, I noticed that you did some pretty cool things, and I've been noticing your other shenanigans with the strawberries and the wool. It was quite entertaining, I'd say. Like any more instruction on how to use these powers, or are you content to figure them out as you go? There are plenty more ways you can figure them out. Where that came from.
That is why I have walked up to you today. Where is the instruction manual? Do you have any sort of booklet? These are your powers, correct?
Oh, they're your powers now.
Well, you share them too, or do you not?
No, I have more power than I need to give you. I'm letting you have access to my realm of powers, shall we say. Let's just say I have awakened you to the possibilities within yourself. Anyway, so you'd like some instruction on how to use your magic, is that correct? Is that the vibe I'm getting here?
Yeah.
Very well. So you've got a spell that, you know, does big boom things now. You've figured that one out, and I could give you some pointers as to, like, not do it quite like that and do some other hand motions to do the same thing, but it doesn't matter. You found a way to do it, and that works for you. I don't really care as far as how you do it, as long as you get the job done. Are there any other types of spells that you would like to learn? Like a spell that maybe you put your hand on someone and cold freeze them and cause them pain, or a spell that perhaps makes them be on your side instead. Maybe even one that causes them to burst into flames when they hurt you. That would be a fun one. That's a favorite of mine. I can show you.
I look at him,
and maybe I can even come back every once in a while to show you new things if you'd like.
I look at him kind of awkwardly, and I'll go, "How can I call on you?"
Well, I'm always watching. All you need to do is mention that you need me around.
Knock 3
Okay.
times.
If it would really make if it really make you feel better, you can knock 3 times. Sure, that works. Why not? Yes. So.
All right.
So would you like him to show you how to do some of these spells.
Does he not have anything written down?
He does not seem to. He does not offer you a piece of paper or anything. He does not have an instruction manual of like how to be a warlock for dummies or whatever. No.
I'm disappointed.
No, like training PowerPoint for new warlock.
No, he does not have a multimedia presentation ready.
How far away do the people look? Like if I walk over to the side of the alley, I look down.
If you peek out the alley, it's probably only been about like 30 to 40 seconds of a conversation. You can still see them down the street. They're about the 200 feet away, maybe. Still walking.
We're moving slow because of Mama Swizzle.
Yeah. So you still got time. Or you can always call him later if you would like to learn some spells in more detail.
No, I want to know how to do that one, the dangerous fiery one.
Ah, the fire one. Alright. So for that one, when someone damages you, all you have to do is look them dead in the eyes, and it's kind of... And he like begins this explanation of how you like move your hands and do your little chanting things in order to cast this new
Hey, Macarena!
And he teaches you the proper techniques. He's not... and then he asks you, alright, now do the spell. And he like slaps your hand just the tiniest amount. It doesn't even hurt, but he's just like, do the spell on me. Would you like
hey, Macarena!
So, you, I assume you cast the spell Hellish Rebuke upon him. And
yeah.
Let's see. You point your finger at him, and he is suddenly engulfed by flames the same way he was when he was a goose and you lit him on fire.
I was about to say, this seems quite reminiscent of our first meeting.
And I was gonna say he transforms again, but then I was like, you know what, that's fine. He just has no reason to turn into a goose. So the flames burst around him, and he kind of looks like he goes, "Oh, that was a good one. You did it. Congrats. You now know how to do that spell. I hope this is helpful to you."
Can I also turn into a goose?
No, that's kind of my thing. Everything I did. That's like plagiarism or something. I don't know. We have alcohol TM. There's like some kind of copyright law. I'm not sure exactly where the line falls in this world.
Alright, then I wave my little... whenever I'm expressing what your arms are, sweater paws, you know what that means? Like when your jacket is hanging over...
too long for her, so she flaps it.
Yeah, so I kind of like flap my arm, and I'm like, okay, bye, and then I run out.
Yes, farewell. Call on me whenever you need to talk to me again. I just wanted to congratulate you on a battle well fought, and, I was rather impressed with your ability to figure out the old Eldritch Blast. It's an old classic of mine. So yeah.
I make finger gun at him
hey, careful
in a human hand. Human hand shape.
I'll see you again. Don't forget, I'll be calling on you at some point soon for your help. Go run along, catch up with your friends. See you later. And then he kind of just fades into the shadows, and you lose track of him.
I run. Clicky clacky clicky clack.
Are you wearing clicky clacky shoes? Do you have heels?
I am. No, I just have clicky clacky shoes.
Okay.
She tap dances for her back.
Alright. The other three of you, were you discussing anything during this few minutes of conversation without enemies?
So I'll just ask, how did you meet this Mama Swizzle character?
I was traveling into town, heard a commotion, saw a commotion, stepped in, and they decided to tag along with me on my way in.
I see. Very interesting. Do you know where we're going?
I guess kind of like thinking about it for a second. She does live in the forest outside of the town. My best bet would be guess would be we were going back out there. There was a cold spot that she was rather adamant about warning me against. So.
I see. I don't need to say anything else.
How close am I? I'm running as fast as I can.
As you guys are talking,
Click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack.
Do we just hear like?
You turn around and you see the kind of a almost funny sight as like this long-robed individual who's like trying to be all secretive and mysterious is just like
Hidey,
climbing their way. They look like a child who has a road that's way too long for them or something. They're about to trip and fall on their face.
This road must be like 8 feet. And I'm
people are
6
just
foot.
kind of staring strangely, like, why is this person running? What's going on? As you run past. It's Ananias.
Okay. Cool. When she catches up, I'll say, "Glad to see you joined us."
I honk at him. He's a goof.
Yeah, I'm running here.
Now that's just demeaning.
No, it's not. I honk and similar to like your dialect because I've heard people honk before. It's like just a greeting, a honk of greeting.
I don't really know.
Is that the case?
Much.
Truly?
I don't really know Eric Cochran. I say awkwardly-ish.
I am
It's like someone who's
aghast.
grew up in Spain and doesn't know the word hola.
It was the accent. I know the word. I just don't get the accent.
They shrug awkwardly and just don't say anything further.
Alright. We keep walking, following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as
I guess we're all Mama Swizzle's little ducks.
Oh.
So as the newly formed group of unlikely acquaintances come together to investigate where on earth this strange creature came from, you hear another tap 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 approaching, along with the panting of another individual who is running up. This time coming from in front of you. You see coming around the corner, the bend in the path, a older man. He seems to be in about his 40s or 50s, and he's wearing like a long fur cape, and he's just kind of running, chainmail armor, sword at his side, and he's like, and he looks around, looking at the different people on the street, and locks eyes with Light's character,
Carmen,
thank you, and he goes, and starts like slowly panting his way towards you. You have no idea who this person is, but you do see that they have the this crescent symbol on their cape.
Oh, I walk up to him and be like, "Are you all right? All right, get your breath back." She claps him on the back.
Oh, thank you, milady. I have been tracking you for 12 days.
Well, you should have moved swifter.
Really? Yes, I should have. Anyway, I have news from Luminars. Sorry, I'm very tired. The queen, the steward, Lady Viridian, she has received a ransom note. I don't know all the details, but she's requested your presence, or she said something about the Citadel of Archimaz, which you probably know the Citadel of Archimaz is a very famous, like, important. It's like where all the magic research is happening, the cutting edge. Think like Yale
Okay.
kind of level. Like this is where all the heavy research is happening on the magical field.
Okay.
And,
Do we all know this?
Yeah, all of you would be aware of like the prestige and the honor associated with such a cool place. Or like the importance of this research place. It's called the Citadel of Arkamaz, and it is a like very closed, nobody's allowed to go there kind of place, floating between Roche, the giant moon, and the main planet that you guys are currently on. It's like a floating city, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing between the two places. And sorry, I'm almost out of breath now because I was acting out of breath. I didn't give myself enough oxygen and I'm talking too much. Please help me. So this man is like, there's a ransom note. It arrived 2 days after you left, and I was sent to go find you, but you had to go follow every lead that went to some other lead that went to some. I'm very tired. Anyway, all I know is they mentioned that she thinks that it was sent from the Citadel of Arkamaz, and she requested your presence. They think
She thinks the kingdom, or for me to go investigate the Citadel.
She wanted you to go speak with her, but it's up to you what you do. I need to get rest, though. Is what I need to do. I figured I would let you know, though. Thank you. I found you.
Well, as long as I am still here, all is still well for the time being.
Yes. At least we know that the prince is safe for now. He's not fallen.
A lot.
He's not dead. Which is
he's alive, but
yes. Well, I suppose
there are many.
We'd know if he was dead because you would be dead, but that's beside the point.
Correct.
Anyway,
you would be dead.
See you. And he kind of holds out his hand.
Yeah, she clasps it, and she turns to like and Antonius be like, "Yes, that's how it works. Should the prince die, I die."
Yeah, it's the whole bodyguard family kind of thing, and he pats you on the shoulder. Wouldn't like to be them. Do you know where there's an inn or?
She'll hand him her key.
Okay.
Give him directions. Yeah.
All right. There's like a very small, like painted dragon on it that's almost completely worn off at this point. I'm like, what's this?
It's the key to my room in the White Wyvern. Go rest.
Oh, thank you. I will do that. And he begins walking off. I'll talk to you later, miss.
Rightly so.
I'd like to go to Kat's character before he leaves, and I'd like to take her little water pouch, like it's still water in it, and hand it to him to drink.
Oh no!
No, not for you. No, Llama Swizzle. I try to take it back. Yeah. Please don't let him drink out of it first. Oh no.
Okay. So...
Oh no, I don't want to carry this man back.
To even notice that she had a water pouch on her, and like grab it like that, can I have you make a dexterity something, Mama Swizzle? And Ananias, it's completely up to you if you want to just like kind of dodge out of the way so he doesn't even get a chance to take it off you and try to offer it to him.
Okay.
Well, I got that 20, so.
I want to dodge! Let me dodge!
Alright, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, 10 plus... I don't know.
Unless you have a plus more than 10.
Yeah, not more than 10. 10 plus 4.
So he successfully, like, he's like a little ninja. I mean, she's like a little ninja. You didn't even know like she was messing around with your rope, and you're just like, whoa! And suddenly your flask is gone. She's like offering it to the guy. The guy has already turned and is walking away. And he's like, "Oh, well, what's this? Oh, thank you so much." You can still stop.
Can I like knock him over? I want to like run at him and just.
Okay, just
and then you just see like the flash just like hold
Can I
into
just
the
have
air for a second
an
as like they're
unarmed
thrown to
strike?
the side.
What in the God's name are you
Can
doing?
I have you make an unarmed strike, Cat?
What do I roll?
That's just a
D4.
d20 plus your strength, I believe.
Okay.
Well, she's
7
clearly
plus...
hit. I don't know if she needs to
Actually,
roll
it's
to
plus your,
hit.
proficiency too, so it would be a +4, I think.
Then it's 11.
11? Okay.
It shouldn't be a D20.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? It shouldn't be a d20?
An unarmed strike is a D4.
No, I'm not saying damage. I'm saying just hit. It's fine. It's
but you had already said in story that she had hit him.
Well, I was saying she's trying to hit him, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
So basically, you just tackle him to the ground, and as Pumpkin mentioned, the flask is just sitting there, and suddenly it's just floating like a cartoon and falls to the ground as both of you fall to the ground and roll across the street. Other people who are standing around just kind of watch this fight go down. They're like, "All right, some entertainment. This is nice." And I believe Carmen was like, "What in the gods are you doing?"
Yeah.
Not water, not water, not water, I say in a slowly lowering my voice down a few octaves.
Why do you attack? Just a magical, scary person in a robe is attacking me. I think they're a destiny. Who are you? What do you want? I just want the water, okay? Can I
It's
have a drink?
apparently not water.
You won't want to drink this, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
So like your
Why
voice is
not?
changing.
I was just
She
trying to
turns
sound more
orange.
threatening, then I go back to normal.
Would you like to
I walk.
intimidate him?
No, he's
already
clearly
intimidated.
intimidated.
He's just confused.
I walk back over and hand them my water. I think it's a water bladder.
Thank you. Is it okay if I drink this?
Water.
Is anyone else gonna attack me?
Poisoned!
I pat him lightly on the back and say, as an apology, but there's nothing more I could do.
Thank you. I appreciate the gesture, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a rough day. Now, if you don't mind, can I head to the inn?
As he walks away, we just see him bleeding from the skull.
Just a little bit. He's just got scraped up on the pavement a little bit.
Oof, road rash hurts.
And begins walking away. He's just kind of shaking his head. He's like, I need a drink after this. You hear
It's like in those cartoons, he's walking away and then just a spurt of blood starts coming out of his on his skull.
Yikes. I haven't seen any of that anime.
I thought he was gonna say like the bruise just forms, but no.
The big old knot.
So, the four of you are left again as this man begins walking in the direction of the inn, holding the key. Kind of limping, walking very, very slowly, just kind of, I can rest now, this is great. And you're all left once again.
That's so bad.
I shrug again and start walking towards the cold area.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Carmen follows, thinking about the news that she was just given.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I talked to Ananias. So, what or who are you?
Also, what was that with the water?
I don't care about the water. Weird things happen, but...
I am a follower.
I see.
Oh, that's why he's following you.
Of the movement?
Do I get what she's saying?
Let's see. We talked about how you are aware of the split in the sects, like in the different followers of the religion. However, that you don't know. I think we established that you don't know the name of this sect in this area, so this would mean nothing to you.
Can you elaborate?
Not really.
Let's see.
She refuses to elaborate, continues walking, doesn't even look at him.
Okay.
Not much for conversation, I assume.
Yeah. Don't know what we expected, really. And I guess we're all just continuing on following Mama Swizzle.
Alrighty. Mama Swizzle, where are you leading them? You keep walking down the street. You're exiting town. You walk through one of the large stone walls that was once on the outskirts of the city to protect it, but now, as the city has expanded and thrived, now it's basically on the inside of the city, just one of the many defensive walls, with houses on either side. You pass by a magic shop, you pass by a blacksmith, you pass by a bunch of other different establishments and residential areas on your way. People are standing, looking, not really paying you any mind. People maybe give weird looks to the mysterious hooded figure, but don't really have much to interact with you. So you're just going on your way.
How heavy is Mama Swizzle?
Mama Swizzle, how are you?
About 80 pounds, maybe.
I weigh 120. Do you think I could carry her? Probably.
Yeah, you could carry her.
Yeah, I'll carry Mama Swizzle. We can
Difficult.
go a little faster.
Alright, roll me strength.
Okay.
Would Mama Swizzle be okay with this?
Mama Swizzle doesn't know what's going on because she's never been carried before, so she's going to struggle against it.
Okay, well, maybe I should ask.
Like, Mama Swizzle. Mama Swizzle.
Exactly.
Can I carry you? I'd only picked her up like a tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to walk as far.
Mama Swizzle.
Okay, I'll take that as a. I look at Carmen.
You're muted,
Who
Carmen.
is not here. They said they were going to be right back.
Okay, I take that as a. I look at Carmen. Carmen translate. Once Carmen's back, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Carmen necessarily know. Like, it's not.
I want to hear their fake translation.
Fake translation.
They have a skill. They have a skill at reading Mama Swizzle's words. I'll take it as a yes because Carmen doesn't reply. I got an 11.
Carmen just kind of shrugs at you. Didn't catch that one either. You got an 11 on your strength?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she's a bit heavier than you thought, but you
Wait.
kinda...
Hmm? Do I have to add anything to that? 11 plus 2?
Modifier.
13. Okay, 13.
Yeah, she's a bit heavier than you thought, but you scoop her up. How are you carrying her? Like the firemen kind of carry her, like on your shoulders or what? On your back?
Back.
Back. Okay.
Like on top of the backpack. The satchel staying on the back.
On top of your... Wow.
How did you...
It's not that big.
Okay.
Did you like offer your back for her to climb on, or did you just lift her yourself and just?
Well,
kind of put her there?
I initially had lifted her myself, and she did not respond at all nice to that. So now I'm offering my back.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, I crawl onto her back, but my big old beak is right there next to her face while I'm on there.
As I'm walking, it kind of like hits against me.
Yeah, it kind of like flaps your hood, and Mama Swizzle, could I have you roll me perception? See if you get a glimpse of Cat's face?
$17 plus 6.
And Cat, could I have you roll me...
Describe myself?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say...
Yeah, what you see is, through my hood, there's like some clear white skin, very pale, doesn't have any saturation to it. There's no holes where the eyes are, or nose. It's almost a formless face.
I just shiver a little bit.
Beautiful.
But you only see a little bit of it, so...
So do you not have eyes?
Not currently, no.
Because changelings do have eyes in their base form. Are you like specifically transformed into a creature with no face?
I'm just
That's very
scary. I'm just a white. Right now, I'm just like a white plane because it's pretty simple.
That is possible. Although, how do you breathe?
I still have a mouth.
Okay.
That's terrifying.
You look like Slenderman, basically. A white Slenderman.
Yikes. So yeah, you catch a glimpse of that, Mama Swizzle, as you're being carried. Sends shivers up your spine. However, now Ananias is kind of the one leading the way, and Mama Swizzle is being
pointing.
Carried, so yeah, you have to lead the way by pointing or something, Mama Swizzle.
Mama Compass.
Mama Compass.
It's like a game of hot or cold, but Mama Swizzle just saying Mama Swizzle the closer we get.
Mama.
Swizzle.
We're walking in the forest. Mama Swizzle
means
is
no.
getting more excited.
Alright. So as you guys continue walking, you eventually reach the edge of the city where the giant wood wall is constructed, and you exit. Again, the guards have no complaints with you leaving the city at this time of day, and you walk, beginning to get to the point where the houses are more spaced out, fewer and far in between, and eventually you're once again on the forest path, going back to where Mama Swizzle and Carmen first were interacting with those lumberjacks. It is a bit of a walk. I assume no one's deviating course or anything over the course of this? Alrighty. So yeah, you make it all the way back to where this this cold spot is that Mama Swizzle was talking about, and as you approach, you see just like a trail of destruction. Like there were trees just knocked either side out of the way. There was a large trench where claw marks are seen. There's uprooted trees. It's just a complete mess of destruction leading through the forest along this path in basically a straight line to the city. And there are a couple houses that are kind of demolished that were unfortunately in the way while this creature was blasting past. And when you get to the actual cold spot itself, you find the ox just torn limb from limb, dead on
Mama Swizzle.
which is in splinters.
I set Mama Swizzle down. Like I get down and I let her climb off me.
Mm-hmm.
I climb off.
Mm-hmm. So, all of you now are in a place where Mama Swizzle's home once was, but the home itself has also been kind of destroyed by this trail of destruction, as dirt and stone and trees were all wrenched out of the way by this creature's
I waddle over to my little home and I'm whining.
In Carmen, you get a strong sense that the coldness is still like strong in this area after so long, and you kind of turn to where the origin, well, like where Mama Swizzle was originally pointing. There is the bloody remains of the lumberjacks nearby, all these stumps that cover the landscape. But the actual like destination that Mama Swizzle was pointing to is hidden behind a mound of dirt.
You mean her house?
What would you like to do? No, like they're
we're
at
going
Mama Swizzle's
towards
house. The cold spot is a little farther out.
Okay, is the house able to be gotten into still?
What house?
I mean, small.
It's kind of a like it was a nice hollowed out little den underneath a tree kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now the tree has been yanked off and thrown elsewhere. The trees nearby have been chopped down, and there's just like everything that was in there has been blasted outward by a large dragging force, and Mama Swizzle's remaining belongings are kind of like encased in mud and dirt, all churned up and thrown everywhere.
Wow, that's sad. Anything look, what is it called? Salvageable?
Yeah, you see her bed and her rug that she had. They have not been like knocked over and absolutely destroyed. They are covered in dirt, but they seem to have been spared when the rest of the walls and ceiling were blasted outward.
Home sweet home.
Floor patch.
I fixed the rug. I dust it off and dust off the bed sheets like that, and then put it back on. Mm.
Ta-da!
That's all I do. Yeah, not just to get the dirt off it.
I'm gonna
I assume
poke closer to the cold spot, not going like super close to it, but
I
just
follow.
curiously.
As you climb up a small dirt pile to like take a look beyond, you see basically the origin of this large tunnel that has been carved out of the earth, coming from somewhere below. It's looks like this creature just kind of emerged from the depths of the earth and clawed its way out. You can see claw marks that mar the length of this tunnel, and within it's bright enough to be able to see some kind of ruins that descend into darkness.
Interesting.
Is there any stones in her house?
I mean, there were some. There were some that were forming a crude fire pit, and there were smaller ones that she used to collect for, throwing at small game.
I pick up some of the pretty stones that are small, and I try to wipe them off. They're still a little bit muddy, but I give the handful of stones to Mama Swizzle, and I put it like on her hand,
do the little
claws.
hand cup thing.
Yeah, like this, and I,
This is the nicest cult member I've ever met.
I know, right?
You worship a god that literally wants to destroy everything, but you have enough heart to like pick up the muddy rocks and give them back to a poor old woman.
So I think I'm gonna slowly slide down the mound to investigate the ruins a little bit more cautiously.
Gonna be honest, I didn't expect you guys to get here, and I'm not prepared for this part. So,
yay!
I was gonna ask when we.
Session.
Yeah. I was gonna ask when we were gonna be stopping.
Yeah. So, with that, I guess we'll hold it off for next session, where you guys can explore these ruins and decide what you want to do as far as following yet another lead that's popped up from Prince.
It's not dusk yet, right?
Nope, it is not tomorrow yet either.
Okay, good.
You can still make your.
We've known each other for all of 2 hours.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. Mama Swizzle unfortunately has been expunged from her house.
She's homeless.
But at least she's got you guys.
Rocks.
Yeah.
And her rocks.
Wow, that rocks.
Y'all do have to know that everything I do may just be out of my own selfish interest. Even giving her rocks may not have been for...
Because you know that she uses them as weapons. So you're like, here, save me with these, remember?
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, that's where we're going to end today's session. Thank you all so much for playing. I hope you guys had fun.
Woo!
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah. Any feedback, questions, concerns, cuss words?
Cuss words?
Yeah.
Frick!
Ah!
Darn!
Where's my D20?
Dang it.
I honestly didn't expect you guys to come back to this cold spot. So this is
we just have a giant monster pop up, and we're like,
well,
oh
yes,
yeah, whatever.
But I was hoping that the explanation of the beholder going, oh yeah, I created him, would make you guys go, oh, I guess that's where he came from.
No.
Yeah, but like he said, yeah, I created him, but I thought that they were all gone, so it's like, oh, but how is there another?
Yeah, there might be more.
Them for a long time. True, there might be more. You never know.
Wink.
There might be more trapped under these ruins, and we should
and by the way,
take
I
care
forgot
of
to
them.
mention to you guys can level up after this session.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Nice.
How do I do that?
I can help
We
you
win.
unless you
Okay.
are
We
offended
win
by it.
these.
We
I'm
win
pretty
these.
hungry, so I'm gonna be
Yeah, I don't
heading
think.
out.
Did any of you even take damage during that fight?
No, I did not.
No. Did not take
Nobody
damage.
did.
With your
Got
18
put to
armor
sleep though.
class and all that.
Yeah, both of us with our
18 armor
18.
class, 12 hit points.
Yeah.
Nice,
Kat
nice.
still has those 8 temporary hit points from her magical thing.
Wow!
So you technically.
I didn't know that.
Now.
Okay.
You should tell our characters that, Kat, and then we'll just throw you in.
Yeah, just let her get bit by a bunch of things first. Totally.
No.
That's funny.
My character is much too self-interested.
I know what
do
I'm
that.
taking for my fighting style.
Sounds
We're
good.
just gonna make that armor class even higher.
Oh no!
There you go. That's actually what I did
tank,
as well.
tank.
That's what I
so
do
much
as
trouble
well.
actually
We
hitting
needed a
everyone.
tank. We really needed a tank.
Yeah, and we have a tank.
Yeah, Kat's
Yeah.
armor class is 14, your armor class is gonna be like 19, and then I'm gonna
Mine
be like,
is
Wait,
"Now
mine's
get an enemy
14?
that's fair here."
Mine's 19 now.
I don't remember how to level up a character.
Okay.
And I
How
mean,
do I
mine's naturally 18 with no armor, so.
With D&D Beyond, Ray, you go to your character, and there should be
Okay.
a like in the settings thing, settings cog, you can
Manage levels?
manage levels, yeah. And then it will allow you to just like,
I hear a
1
cat.
hit point.
or if you wanted a multi-class, you can. I'm not gonna stop you. Although that's more
How do I change to level 2?
So click on your little character portrait, or like wherever in there. And
Yeah,
look-
no, I'm at. It says character level 1, but I don't know how to change it.
Just drop down menu.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
It changed almost nothing.
Oh, and I get divine smite.
I'm
too.
10
Oh,
feet faster!
You do, if you've set it up to do manual hit points, you need to make sure you manually change your maximum HP by rolling another die and like changing how much your hit points go.
No, it did change hit points for me.
Okay, in that case you might have chosen like average.
Yeah, I chose average because I
Yeah.
trust the averages more.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, whatever you want to choose.
I don't think I chose average, but I think it's gonna give me average, which is fine.
Okay, well we'll find out once your health updates.
I have Kai now.
And as you change the leveling, sometimes it'll ask you to like choose like what new things you get. For example, if you level up to level 4, you'll have to like choose which ability scores to improve or which feat you want, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm gonna get new spells, so I don't know what I should pick.
Yeah, you can look into that. I mean, I guess you can do it now if you'd like, or you could do it off session, whatever.
It's hard to
Wait,
choose.
no.
It is hard to choose new spells.
Wait. Is this real?
Did you guys
What?
have fun? I didn't mean to make it a little slow there.
Yeah, no, we did.
Towards the end. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I didn't technically give you guys a good reason why. Oh yes, we must all work together and stay together now. But it was
Yeah,
just an
you
interesting
know, half of
situation.
that is the
Oh,
characters need to do that themselves.
I
Guess who
appreciate-
hasn't-
I'm really appreciative that Ananias, even though she's like an evil, selfish, crazy cult member, is still choosing to stay with the party. Because I have no idea how I would, like, as a DM, go,
You know,
oh,
we've
you should
got a-
stay with the party or whatever.
got
I
a
do have one
lawful good
reason, but they haven't found
Well-
out yet.
and a cult member.
Yeah, it's rough. I didn't
Also,
even find
I
out
now
there
have
was a
Chill of
cult.
Faith, and I can turn that 19 armor class up to 21.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Is it an ability you said? What did you say it was?
It's a spell. It's concentration. So if I were to be hit,
Oh, it would break.
it would drop.
That's funny.
But
stuff.
that's amazing.
It just means
Love
I'll have
that.
to throw harder enemies at you.
Yeah.
I'm honestly,
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that no one actually got damaged during that fight, because that was supposed to be difficult, and then it wasn't.
I mean, the two people who were in front of it both had 18 AC.
That's true, and the people who were far away were fine.
We were playing
We're just
to
far
our
away.
classes, so
Exactly.
If anything,
We already know how most of our battles are gonna
Yeah.
be.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The 2 18 armor classes just pow pow pow, and the other one's just
19 now.
19 now, yeah.
awesome.
It should also be noted my HP went from 10 to 17.
Amazing.
Jeez Louise.
I'm just a little bit higher than you.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I see what that is? How do I see that?
Your
Go back
HP?
to the character sheet after you're done changing the level. It will do it
Okay.
automatically for you unless you want to change it.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any attributes that you need to change.
Like.
Why is it so hard to choose?
The spells?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a new cantrip.
My leveling up is really easy. I didn't have to make any decisions, so I'm gonna be heading out.
All right.
See ya.
I'm really disappointed
Yeah.
that nobody talked to the monk because they speak in hand.
I was thinking about it.
I was
thinking
deaf,
about
I
it.
did.
Just so you know.
I thought he was ignoring everything.
He is deaf. He didn't know there was a fight going on.
Well, you see, we talked a little bit, Iche, and like
Yeah.
I know that he is deaf.
The
I
reason
know
I told you
him.
Pumpkin was because I was like, that guy just happens to be in the wrong spot at the wrong time. If he doesn't know there's a fight going on, he could be murdered instantly and wouldn't even know it was coming. So I figured I should warn Pumpkin, like, by the way, your friend doesn't know what's going on, so you can warn him if he's in the way of danger.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the reason why I rushed over there because I knew that he was there.
Gotcha, yeah. So yeah, that was fun. But I'm sad that Ray didn't get to get taught sign language or anything, or at least interact with someone else who has communication difficulty. But you guys are doing good about it. It's fine.
Listen, by the end of this, we can sweep the competition with charades.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
It's
enjoying
more
it so
fun.
far. It's
I
great.
think half of the enjoyment right now is just the charades. So you know.
The main reason I'm
Alright.
mentioning it is just because I taught myself sign language so that I'd be able to,
That's cool.
to do that.
That's
now
funny.
It's all wasted, but it's fine.
Okay, what would he say? And also, why did he learn sign language if he is deaf
I learned
and not
sign
blind?
Blind is
How
Oh.
did you see the hands if
Blind
he was
is braille.
blind? No, because he is deaf.
He's deaf.
Oh, he's only deaf? He's not deaf
He's
and
only
blind?
deaf. No, he's
Okay.
only deaf.
Okay.
Well,
So
anyway,
what? But can't he see the fight happening?
he had his eyes.
He was
his eyes
facing
were
away
closed.
from it. He
And
was
he's sitting
facing
on a
away
nice
from it, and
pillow,
he's meditating.
So he couldn't. There wasn't any ground-shattering vibrations that he could feel. It was just kind of like, it's a nice day.
It was just
I'm having a
buildings
little trouble
crashing
breathing,
and
but
like
it's fine.
breezes, just like a breeze every now and then.
Pretty
Alright,
much.
I'm heading
yeah,
out,
Ed and I
but-
was just like,
See you later.
right in front of him. Yeah. See ya. Have a good day. I guess talk to you later Kat, when
Bye.
we watch the movie.
Yeah, we'll watch
45
the
minutes.
trailer.
Okay, I'm getting resistance.
Alright.
What? From what?
It's a cantrip. I can
Okay.
give someone an extra roll to their d20.
So that's in like 1
saving throw.
hour?
40 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
See you then.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so what do I do about the score? Mine's manual.
About the what? The circle.
The score. No, like leveling up. I leveled up. What do I add? How do I add?
Add what? Add your HP?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to your click on your current max, just the hit point box, and it should bring up the HP management thing.
Okay.
And you can there should be a box called override max HP, and you can type in your new HP. Basically, you have your current, which is 12. But then since you've leveled up, now you want to roll a D8, I think, for a druid.
I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I believe it's a D8 you roll, and then you add your Constitution modifier, which is +0. And
D8. Which one's the D8?
that is the 8-sided one.
Oh, that's helpful. Thanks.
It looks like this.
Okay, I think. Okay, I got 7.
Nice. So you add 7 to 12, and then your new maximum HP will be 19. So
Alright,
put that
cool.
in the override max HP.
And then I need to add 2 points, or is it 1 point to my scores?
You don't add anything to your scores, your ability scores.
I don't?
Nope, that's only on level 4. It's only at certain levels, like when you hit level 4, level 8, level 12, etc. When you hit level 2, nothing happens. I think you do get to choose your circle or something. Your druid circle.
I already did that one.
Okay, cool. Also, oh, you can already wild shape? Ooh.
I can?
It says wild shape. As an action, you can magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before, twice per short rest. Max CR 1/4, no flying or swimming speed.
Okay, so add on other, I guess.
You can stay in beast shape for 1 hour before reverting back to your normal form, or as a bonus action earlier, or if you fall unconscious, drop it once. Neat. Wild shape is fun, man. Although it's going to be difficult for me to keep track of. So yeah, if you look at your features and traits, you can see the new things that you get.
Features and traits.
See the wild shape thing?
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, that'll give you more details about what you can do, and I'll have to rely on you a little bit as far as like helping me get the stats for whatever it is you choose to become, because
Right.
I'll have a lot of things to keep track of already, so I might be like, let me quickly Google the stats for a flying squirrel, or whatever it is you choose to become.
Would I be able to become that creature that I just saw today?
The creature that you just saw today? No, because that is a creature that is too high of a challenge level. See how
I
it says,
see.
Say it. Well, basically it says, at second level, the maximum challenge rating that you can be of a creature is 1/4. So if something is like a challenge level of 1, that's too powerful for you to become right now, and you can't.
Okay.
But you could become anything that's like a challenge of 1/4 or lower.
So basically an ant.
No. There are plenty of things that are challenge level 1/4. Most animals, I believe, if they're passive, are like, here. Let's Google what a cow 5e is considered.
Imagine a cow walking around.
It doesn't even have a. Oh wait, no, it is 1/4. So yeah, you could transform into a cow. You could transform into another creature of that variety. Yeah. Mama swizzle the cow. Let's see. I think there's a way to like sort D&D creatures by challenge rater.
I'm trying to find that chart leveling. Leveling charts D&D.
Aha! I found a good site. I'm gonna DM this to you. This is a website that sorts all the monsters by their challenge rating.
Well, that's cool.
So you can see, like, this is creatures of a 0 challenge rating. You could become a cat, you could become a crab, a deer, etc. There's 0.25, and basically anything up to 0.25 is what you can be right now.
Okay.
You could become a giant
I could be a
lizard.
zombie. A what?
A giant lizard.
Nice. A giant centipede. How big is that?
Oh boy.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say how big a giant centipede is.
Also, it says you can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before. So I would say that you wouldn't be able to become a zombie. That's not really a beast, but you could become like an eagle or something like that.
Right.
You have to have seen it before. So if it's something crazy, rare, like a magical unicorn puppet or something, that's probably not something that you've seen commonly. So I'd have to tell you if you've seen that kind of thing before. But anything standard or normal, like a deer or a dog, you've definitely seen.
I'm guessing ant doesn't fall under beast.
I don't think there are stats for an ant in D&D. It's so tiny that it would. I mean, I would count, because like technically, giant spider or whatever is another thing you could transform into, and that would be not a beast. That would be an arthropod or something. So yeah, I would say that like basically any creature kind of thing, like animal category, rather than like zombie, because zombie is like an undead summoned monster creature. Does that make sense? So yeah, you could probably become an ant. I'd say that's probably fine. It would just have like -1 hit points.
-1, yay! I'm dead just transforming.
Yeah, pretty much. You'd probably have like 1 hit point or something. If someone steps on you, you're just dead. But you don't actually die. You just revert back to your previous form.